we'll get into the story and see what happens. I think we got an article as well that we'll look at, and let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. It's a very tragic story. He's just sounds like just playing on the playset, and it collapsed. He ended up losing his life. Well, so let's get into it and see what we can learn and see what information we had. Sweet boy. Looks like a sweet boy.
It was supposed to be a fun afternoon in the backyard, but for one North St. Louis County family, it turned into an unimaginable tragedy.
An 8-year-old boy died Sunday after a swing set collapsed on him. Tonight, his father is sharing his heartbreak and his warning to other parents. In an interview you'll only see on 5 on Your Side, Megan Kernan joins us in studio.
Mike, this is a heartbreaking story. A child gone so suddenly in a tragic accident while playing. Tonight, his dad tells me his family is left grieving and wants to warn others about a danger they never saw coming.
That's the only thing that was going through my mind, making home to him.
8-year-old Cortez C.J. Williams Jr. had just been dropped off at his mom's house on Sunday. His dad, Cortez Williams Sr., said what would be his last goodbye to his son, who was eager to play on his swing set in the backyard. But then it suddenly collapsed on him.
And my daughter called me, FaceTimed me crying, and I knew something was wrong.
CJ was trapped under this metal crossbar. Family members managed to free him and say he seemed okay at first, talking and asking for food and water.
And they said that he just kept saying he wanted to go to sleep. He wasn't bleeding, showing no, like he just had a little scratch on his stomach.
But about an hour later, after taking a nap, that's when things took a turn for the worst.
He fell down, and that's when they went over and checked on him. Next thing you know, they said he wasn't responding no more.
CJ's dad was out of town and rushed back to get to St. Louis, but never made it in time.
He was a joyful kid. He'll make anybody smile and laugh and love him.
This isn't the first time Cortez has lost a son. In 2018, his oldest was killed in a shooting.
And I had to bury him, and now I got to bury my 8-year-old.
Cortez wants to warn parents, even the smallest playground accident can turn deadly.
Take them to the hospital.
Little thing happen with your kids, just take them to the hospital.
Yep, exactly.
The risk of not taking them is to see the pain I'm in. It's a bad risk. This pain that'll never go away. And because of his age, it's just something that'll never leave.
CJ would have turned 9 next month. The Williams family is still waiting on autopsy results for the cause of his death.
Absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic, y'all. Yeah, like they said, you have to be careful. You gotta, if anything happens with your son or something on a playground where a playground accident, take them to the hospital immediately. At the end of the day, better safe than sorry. Take them to the hospital immediately. Let's get over into this article. It might tell us a little bit more information about it. Let's get into it. Zoom in. Get that out the way. An 8-year-old boy has died after police said a swing set collapsed on him and trapped him. Cortez Williams Jr. was playing on a backyard swing set when it collapsed September 21st, according to the St. Louis Police Department. Williams became trapped under the crossbar, but the family member were able to free him, says. Initially, he seemed to have only a minor injuries, but later he became unresponsive. Williams was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The St. Louis Police Department Bureau of Crime Against Persons. The St. Louis Police Department Bureau of Crimes Against Persons what kind of name is that? Is investigating. So not much. Is there anything? Not much information. More information that we can glean from these articles, it looks like. But yeah, at the end of the day, y'all, if something like this, if your child is involved in a small, it can be something small, but it's better safe than sorry than to go ahead and take them to the hospital. Because they don't, it's very tragic situation. You would never think that them just playing on a swing set would end up like this, but if you see, it was, there's nothing to say. There's really nothing to say. It's just be careful. Check the equipment that you're, especially if it's in your backyard. Check the equipment. See how sturdy it is. See if it's on its last leg. Don't let your kids play on it. But make sure you're constantly checking what your kids are playing on. At least check it once a week or something. I mean, it's something that you would never think, would happen, but it did, and it's a tragic situation. And we got to pray for the family of the victim. The 8-year-old boy, his mom and dad, his dad already lost one son. Now he's losing another. Very tragic. Very tragic. They're going to have to, hopefully they can deal with their grief and continue on and continue on. It's a tragic situation all around. It's a tragic situation all around, y'all. Absolutely tragic. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, have you ever been scared or something with your children where they were playing on a swing set and it just didn't look safe? Do you check your kids' swing sets? Do you check the things that they are playing on to make sure that it's sturdy enough and something like this wouldn't happen? 8 years old, about to turn 9 next month. He thinks he's happy to be at his mom, come back to his mama house. Go immediately outside to go play. And the swing set ends up collapsing on top of him. The crossbar laid on him, and he gets up thinking everything's good. Probably has some internal bleeding or something like that. We don't know. They haven't done an autopsy yet, but we'll keep everybody updated, see if there's any more useful information. There might be an updated video to this, but yeah, he thought everything was fine. He asked for some food and he asked to go to sleep. Might have had a concussion or something like that. We don't know what was happening, but it's better. It should have better just to go ahead and take him to the hospital to get everything checked out. Absolutely tragic situation. End of the day, parents, please check what your kids are playing on. Even if it's in your backyard and no one else is messing with it, just check it. Check it every so often to make sure that it looks sturdy. It's sturdy enough to where it doesn't look like it's just going to break. Now, of course, they never would have figured this would happen, but you gotta be careful. Have to be careful. I know they are upset. Now speaking. All right, everybody. Remember, this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.